Today's story is thrilling, about a person's encounter with a bottle of sleeping pills. Oh, did I forget to introduce myself? Emerald Zai, the only doctor in town. While I don't usually gossip, Miss S. Flora's death is straight out of a mystery novel. She married the local tycoon, and not long after, this tycoon took an early retirement, leaving Flora with a hefty inheritance. Some say she poisoned her husband. What a dramatic twist. But that's not even the craziest part. Just as Flora exits stage left, Roger enters stage right, the town's wealthiest player running a pollution-spewing chemical plant. But he supports a fifth of the town's tax revenue, making him feel quite the two-faced character. His factory provides jobs for a third of the town, including yours truly, his private doctor. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. It's my good friend, surely you've heard of him, the legendary Poirot. He came with a suitcase, needing some mechanical skills from yours truly. Honestly, I just love putting parts together. Poirot told me he just visited Roger's factory. Rumor has it Roger's adopted son, Ike, and niece, little Euro, are planning a family merger. Now that's unusual. Roger has no biological children, but after his brother passed, he took his sister-in-law Vera and niece little Euro in. Talk about a big family. As a sort of father, he doesn't want his daughter to marry far away, but truthfully, his sister-in-law and little Euro are secretly hoping for his retirement. His adopted son Ike isn't exactly a saint either, but Roger has his own little secret. He had a fling with the recently deceased Miss S. Flora. Whether their relationship started before or after the tycoon's demise remains a mystery. But hey, I'm not one to gossip. But my sister doesn't have that luxury of boredom. She just overheard Ike conspiring with a faceless woman at the breakfast diner. They appeared to be scheming something sinister against Roger, and my sister further suspects that perhaps that girl is little Leo. I don't think so. Little Leo is about to marry Ike. The old man's assets are as good as hers. That evening, Poirot heard a major piece of news from Cess. Flora actually poisoned her husband, and it seems an outsider has caught wind of it. This outsider seized the opportunity to extort a hefty sum from Flora. I was at Roger's that night while Poirot was chatting with him. Little Leo was showing me the antique cabinet, which was just overflowing with vintage treasures. Roger suddenly approached, inviting me to dinner, just as the detective made his exit under a pretext. Dinner had barely. The mailman delivered 5 letters. 4 were typewritten, but one was a mysterious handwritten blue letter. The butler delivered the letters to Roger, who opened one to find a letter from his deceased lover. How odd that the dead still send messages. That's the efficiency of our local post office. After dinner, I headed home when Roger's secretary was set to report to him around 9:30 p.m. But as he approached the study, he overheard Roger talking loudly on the phone. Normally, I wouldn't make calls at this hour. Poirot left around 10:10. He was obviously very concerned about Roger's safety. After Miss S. Flora's death, Poirot was worried Roger might do something foolish, and at that moment, the butler was on his way to deliver wine to him. He reached the study, but bumped into little Euro, who said her father was in a foul mood and didn't want to be disturbed. The old butler nodded and left with the wine. I remember it was the Friday. I wind my clock every Friday. Just then, the phone rang, shattering my peaceful night. I picked up the receiver and a familiar voice came through. Yes, what he said. I felt my heart skip a beat. It's me, I just heard. What is this? With that, I slammed the phone down. I dashed upstairs, grabbed my bag, stuffed in some bandages, and hit the gas like I was flying. Finally, around 10:30, I arrived at Roger's, and the butler looked like he'd seen a ghost. I shouted, "Your master is dead." His response was impossible. Absolutely impossible. Roger was in his study working and had just been on the phone. How strange. Who would play such a prank? My gut was uneasy and the butler seemed jittery too. We knocked on the study door, but no response came for what felt like an eternity. Suddenly, I felt a chilling premonition. What if the caller was the murderer? You'd never understand the panic I felt. The biggest investor was dead, meaning my income would drop by half. I had plans to take my sister on a vacation next month, but that idea just went up in smoke. After the butler called the police, the pomp-hatted fellow arrived just as Poirot came in to survey the scene. My sister's body. My body. My body. My body. Her body. Her body. Her body. My body. The only good news. I didn't let anyone tamper with the crime scene. This is the secret Poirot specifically entrusted to me. Mr. Roger sat helplessly in his chair, a beautifully crafted dagger in his neck. The terror on his face made him look pitiful. To be fair, I have a decent rapport with the local police, but I must admit, the cops here are hopeless. I recalled the collar. The police opened a window, finding a footprint that looked like a gentleman's shoe. That pomp-hatted fellow told the police that around 9:30 he was intending to report in when he heard the boss bustling about. The butler told the police that after 9:30 little Leo visited the study, and Roger was alive and well seemed normal enough. He delivered wine to Roger around 10:10 and just bumped into little Leo. The police asked the butler to summon her over. Just recently, Mr. Roger had made a new will, and then this tragedy struck. Truly unfathomable. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting stories coming your way.